Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, well, I haven't read on Ginny Thomas in 10 weeks or so. There's nothing really about her in the news. There's no reason to read on her other than somebody threw out in the comments section. Hey, I haven't heard about Ginny Thomas in a long time. What is she up to? I don't know. What felonies is she up to these days? Entertainment purposes only. Okay, Ginny Thomas. What's Ginny Thomas been up to? Energy around her. Three of Wands. Yep, everything's upside down. Oh, we got the Judgment card underneath there. We got some problems. Stuff come on the horizon for her. Stuff is on the horizon. Again, as we know, she has some involvement in January 6th. Although the reports that she funded a lot of buses, it appears that those were unfounded, not true, not verifiable. I'm not sure what they were, but we kind of have to let that one go because when I've looked it up, I can't find any evidence to support that she paid for buses. I know it was reported back in the day, but maybe not all the reporting was accurate. Just saying. But yeah, something's coming for her, and it's leading to judgment. What's the cross? The Empress. Oh my, oh my, oh my. I think this is going to have to do with money and her living like a queen. So I know that Harlan Crow likes to provide them with lots of trips and things like that. And Justice Thomas has had to refile several of those things. And I guess in August, just recently, with last month or so, he had to refile a bunch of trips and vacation trips that he took and that he and Ginny have taken at Harlan Crow's expenses. So unless Harlan Crow is planning on sending him on another trip, there's probably some money issues that are coming up that they're going to be held to account for. Mind you, she might be in the second wave of January 6th indictments. In the past, Page of Cups. Okay, this is going to be doing with her brand of lunacy. The election denialism, the conspiracy theories, QAnon, stuff along those lines. As we recall from previous stories, she was in a cult, I believe, and got out of that cult and got deprogrammed. But she's just the type of person that just, conspiracy theories are her kryptonite. She cannot help herself. Oh, current situation, 3 of Cups. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow you may die. She's living it up right now, enjoying her life with her husband and all the wonderful trappings that they have. Things are, ostensibly, things are going really well for the Thomases. Yeah, there's some scrutiny going on, but that's in the future. We're doing fine now, and they're living for the moment. But how long is that moment going to last? Because something's going away here. I know that other readers have talked about Ginny having some health problems. And this could be a sign of health problems. The lady of luxury, that luxury going away. But, if you don't have your health, you have nothing, right? And this is something going away. Oh, wow. Okay. Things are going to be changing for the Thomases. And things are going to be changing emotionally very quickly here. Mind you, I don't know what very quickly means. Quickly as in, here's the overarching energy and here's the lesson to be learned. They're celebrating now. Everything's going right now, but things are about to change. Is that this year? Is it next year? I don't know, but things are changing for them. They're going to be moving away from this luxurious lifestyle. They're going to be losing things. They are going to be losing things. There's going to be loss here. Hanged Man, sacrifice. Whew. Okay. In judgment. Again, if she had a health issue, and then we're looking at the financial issues that she and her husband have been taking, again, there's that thought that, go take care of your wife, and while you're at it, you can resign your position, and we won't investigate you any further for basically the bribes, entertainment purposes only, that you've been taking. Willing sacrifice. Willing sacrifice. You know what it is? The party ended too soon. Something happens, the party ends too soon, and they go. He leaves his Supreme Court position to tend to her if she's sick, or she's air quotes sick, like sick, like if you don't disappear, we're going to throw you in prison kind of sick, and take your husband with you, because we'll respect the American oligarchy enough to not throw a Supreme Court justice in prison. I don't know. I think it would be a great message if you sent somebody in power, like a Supreme Court justice in prison for taking bribes. It might actually give people the thought, like, wow, if a Supreme Court justice could get thrown into prison for taking bribes, anybody can, right? Right? Okay. Let's have some fun, because this is a fun reading. Well, it's a fun reading if you're one of my fans. It's not a fun reading if you're a Thomas or a fan of conservative Supreme Court justices. But I'm going to do a challenge for Carter. I'm going to find a central issue, and I'm going to find, I'll ask about how it impacts Ginny Thomas and Clarence Thomas. And we'll see how things get connected. All right? Let's making it up as I go along, folks. Truly making it up as I go along. What's going to be the central issue that causes that Six of Swords moment? Judgment and all that. Betrayal. Heartbreak. Oh, somebody's snitching. There's some self-snitching going on. Some real disappointment here. So for Ginny, offers that she doesn't like. King of Cups. Nine of Wands. Oh, God. Wow. Those are not great cards. And for Clarence, what do we got? I might have reversed these. The Burden. Well, I'll get to that one in a second. Oh, hey, Harlan. How you doing? Glad you made it. Okay. We got that in there? Yeah. Okay, so there's disappointment, betrayal, and fighting from a position of advantage. I think that this is this position of betrayal. Like if you were looking at Clarence, he's looking at a lack of integrity. He's also looking at Looney Tunes, and she's looking at offers that you can refuse. I suppose offers you can't refuse. Offers you can't refuse, but you wish you could. All right, a lot to unpack here. So offers you would like to refuse, but you can't. This could be testimony again. January 6th testimony. Your testimony to the January 6th committee, it doesn't line up. Things are not lining up with what you said you did, and we've done some investigations into you and your business dealings, and things aren't looking so great here. And okay, so there's been the Knight of Wands, so she's been embattled and giving testimony. Maybe her testimony doesn't line up, and you can't remember what you said under oath to that, and you got some lawyers or something like that, or a judge saying, hey, we need you to come back and talk a little bit more on a on a friendly basis, re-interview her on things like that. And it's a nightmare situation for her because she can't remember the deals she made. She can't remember the lies she's told, that sort of thing. Okay? So that's her contribution to this. His contribution to this is his complete and utter lack of integrity. He takes whatever he wants and ignores what he doesn't want. He doesn't take, if you take bribes, you owe people something. He doesn't care. He just wants the money. He knows what he wants. He's got his benefactor, paying his way. But now you're tied to this benefactor. How's the saying go from the Police song, King of Pain? Is it King of Pain? No, Secret Journey. When you find your servant is your master. when he's been paying your way the whole time, he owns you again. It's like a slave. Sorry, that's horrible, especially playing the raise card, but it's a real simple way. This guy owns you. And, and he's stuck with that. And he's trying to, prove that he's not tied to this guy, but he's absolutely tied to this guy. 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. He's bound to the money. He's got to have the money, and it's like an addiction to him to help him live his life. Now, I want to reverse this. I want to also now read this as the issue that he sees his wife as having the problem. Okay? Starting with him. Looney Tunes, man. This woman believes anything that you tell her. She is certifiable crazy. And, again, Harlan Crow was throwing money into her pack to keep her pack going. And she was probably providing money and finances to the January 6th thing. Again, I did that whole disclaimer about the buses. That doesn't mean there isn't other stuff, but there's money involved with that. And her involvement with January 6th and QAnon stuff is causing a huge burden for him. And it's his wife. He's stuck with her. So he can't believe that she did this, and now he's got to bear the burden of her poor choices. So he feels betrayed by her. Okay. She, looking at him, says, yeah, but, you get these offers and you don't make good choices. So it's like she has to make the choices for him. You couldn't make a good choice without me telling you what to do. And your poor choices and of not reporting the income from Harlan Crow is tipping over our apple cart here. There's been a lot of audits and investigations into Clarence Thomas, and they're not showing any kind of letting up. Senator Whitehouse is all over Clarence. And what if Clarence is removed to the Supreme Court? I think she understands that Harlan Crow only gives money because of Clarence Thomas's position. And if Clarence Thomas is in that position, the gravy train stops, even though they're obviously really good friends since 1996. So what do? They keep fighting, they keep fighting, they keep fighting. They don't give up. They just keep going. Oh, boy. But there's disappointment on both of their ends. In some ways, it's like this vicious cycle. She's Looney Tunes and he bears the brunt of it. And her thought is, you don't take a full advantage of what's offered to you. So then I feel like I have to step up and do my part on it, which puts her in Crazy Town. And then when she's in Crazy Town, she gets trapped in that, and he gets trapped with her. Oh. Right now, they're celebrating. Right now, life is going pretty good. I think that's going to be coming to a close. One last little four-carter. What's the next challenge that the Thomases are facing? Little four-carter. What's the next challenge that they're going to be facing? And we'll wrap it up. What's the next challenge that Clarence Thomas and Ginny Thomas will be facing? Okay, well, these cards are wanting to go. Let's go. January 6th. Money involved with January 6th and the insurrection. QAnon stuff. Queen of Cups. The World card. Department of Justice is looking into money. You could make the argument that this could be a little bit more of the donations that Clarence Thomas was taking due to his lack of integrity. They're trying to keep a lid on it, but they're bringing it to an end. But I think it's also her involvement in January. It's both of them, right? He's got money from Harlan Crow. The Supreme Court's been trying to keep a lid on it, but the Chief Justice Roberts understands that Thomas has been greedy and lacking integrity, and he needs to get bring this to an end. That's the thing that Clarence is dealing with. Now, Ginny's dealing with her own version of this, but this is the January 6th and all the grifting that was off of that, and the Department of Justice is looking at her grifting on this one. They've been keeping a lid on it, probably because she's the wife of a Supreme Court justice, and part of it because she's just crazy. But it's going to be something that is going to come to a conclusion as well, which will probably lead to that Three of Swords moment where her involvement in QAnon January 6th stuff puts pressure on Clarence Thomas to resign, and Clarence Thomas's own actions with Harlan Crow and taking bribes and such bring him under scrutiny from Chief Justice Roberts, who starts putting pressure on him to leave. So the tangled webs we weave. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you found it insightful. I still don't quite know what I just threw cards on, but there you go. I'm just as baffled as you are. Anyways, yeah, thank you for feeding the YouTube algorithm with your likes and your shares and your comments and everything you do to promote this channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for doing what you do. It helps my channel get out to new viewers. To those new viewers, welcome to the channel. I hope you found this reading interesting and insightful, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Take care.